So welcome everyone to another episode of VIP Visits. We have with us today a very special VIP, a good friend of mine, and a very talented person in many ways, Lisa Donahue. Lisa, thank you for being with us.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. I'm a huge fan and a subscriber to all of your content on YouTube. Love, it's a pleasure.
Oh, well, thank you. The pleasure's all mine, and I'm feeling very Christmassy with your festive outfit and your festive background.
That's what we want. Everybody's got to get the Christmas spirit. It's time. We need it.
I did want to start off with a really hard-hitting, in-depth journalistic question. Some would call it a gotcha question, so brace yourself.
Okay, I'm ready.
Who is Andy Russell, and why should everyone know who he is, especially Disney fans?
Well, that's a very good question, and I happen to know the answer to that. So Andy Russell is actually my great uncle. He is a singer. He was very famous in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. He was actually a bilingual singer. Did a lot of Hispanic music as well as English. And he also happened to sing on a Disney film. Yeah, 1946, Make My Music. Yeah, it was pretty cool. He sang the Ballad in Blue. That was the piece that they were doing in that package film. And the song was called Without You. And it's such a thrill when I watched that to know that that was my great uncle. So it was my great grandpa's brother, actually.
How great.
So cool. And it's just such a treat. I mean, because as a singer, I get to sing for Disney too. I sang on Disney's film Tangled. So it's very full circle for me. It's sort of in the family at this point.
Here's Make My Music, the DVD. It also just came out on Blu-ray, and I haven't seen it yet, but everybody says it looks spectacular.
They go back in there and they just fine-tune everything from the visuals to the sounds.
And here it is playing on the background, too, if anybody's wondering what this is. And it's there for this very specific reason, as a salute to both Andy and to Lisa. So indeed, obviously, musical talent and singing and all good things music obviously run in your family, because aside from having done singing for Disney films and other projects as well, you are both a concert artist and a recording artist, which everybody might not know, and they should know.
Oh, well, you know what? That's fair. You got to diversify, right? So, I have 3 albums out. I don't have children. I make albums, so a little bit, little bit. But they are just my pride and joy, and it's just so great to be able to bring this music to life. And everything I do, I put a little spin on it that is my style, but it's still relevant, and I think a lot of people, enjoy it. And the live concerts are just the best because Jim, I love connecting with people. It's my superpower. It's my people sense. So I just love performing live and sharing that experience together with an audience.
And as everyone needs to know, I've actually been to Lisa's concerts, had the most wonderful time. I mean, I was truly blown away. I knew you were talented, but it goes beyond that. It does go to your superpower of connecting with people, because you are not just standing there singing a song. You're reaching everybody emotionally, you're chatting with the crowd, you're engaging everyone. You have what I always call world-class talent with you in terms of the orchestra, if that's the right term, and the musicians, and you often are singing with both backup singers and guest stars, and it's been truly spectacular. And since this is the holiday time, I think you have some upcoming holiday concerts, do you not?
I do, in Southern California. I am at Feinstein's at Patellos on Sunday, December 5th for a lovely brunch holiday concert called We Need Little Christmas, because who doesn't need Little Christmas right now? And then the following week, Saturday, December 11th, I'm at Campus Jacks in beautiful Newport Beach. So yeah, 2 live shows, and hopefully they'll sell out. I've been very lucky that I'm not a sellout, but the shows sell out. But
we want to clarify that.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to share new charts with people. Every year I can change the show up. So every year we can bring the holidays to everybody and just be together. And especially after this past year, it's more important than ever that people can get together in a very safe space. So I'm really excited about this show.
People who are in the Southern California area who would like to attend your concerts, how would they find out more information and get tickets?
Oh, great question. People can just go to vitellosrestaurant.com to get tickets. For the Campus Jack show in Newport Beach, they can just go to campusjacks.com. So it's pretty simple, and there's all price ranges for people. They're going to be in for a treat because there are going to be 12 of us on stage performing. 9-piece band, 3 backup singers, and both shows have special guests. So, yeah.
For everyone listening and watching, I've been to these concerts, and if it sounds good, believe me, it will far exceed your expectations. And it's just the perfect way to get into the Christmas spirit. And as I said, world-class talent, including this lady here. So, but that brings up another point. This is Christmas time. People are wanting to get special gifts. And also, there are people saying, but I don't live in Southern California and I would love to go to one of Lisa's concerts. But here's the next best thing. This is one of Lisa's
Ooh.
albums. I can wholeheartedly recommend this. I am a Christmas music junkie. And this has become one of my favorite Christmas albums. I've already played it quite a bit before Thanksgiving. And it's really, again, to me, it's like somebody has talent. They've made a CD. You can listen to it. It's, of course, going to be very pleasant and everything's great. This is so far beyond that. It is so excellent. Lisa takes her place next to Bing, next to Frankie, next to Perry, next to Nat King Cole. She's the queen of Christmas music. And if you get this CD, you will hear that. And if you're thinking this is a hard sell, once you hear this, you'll be telling your friends about it too and raving about it. So really, Lisa, I'm 100% serious. This has entered my rotation of Christmas music with all the greats, including Barbra Streisand. She had better look to her laurels. And her Christmas album has always been one of my favorites. You're right up there. In addition to letting people know about this, and they can go to your website and get more ordering information, or they can go to other venues like Amazon.com. Is that true? Yep.
And iTunes, on every platform, but easy to go to my website. You can download digital downloads. Some people don't have CDs anymore, players. I don't know if you knew that. I'm old school. I have a CD player. You can just download a digital copy if you'd like. But that album is such a labor of love. That means so much to me that you enjoy it. There's just so many great tracks on it. Whatever you're in the mood for, there's just something for everybody, and 3 original songs are on there, also co-written by Alan Rich, who's a dear friend of mine. So it's always fun to break this album out every year and share it with everybody. And I don't know if you knew this, Jim, but it's actually playing on Hallmark Channel Radio on Sirius XM. 3 songs are in rotation there.
Yeah.
So it's pretty exciting.
I was going to ask you about that, because that is like amazing to me, and it proves my point that you belong right next to all the greats, because that's what they play on that channel. They play the classics.
To be sandwiched, you're right, in between Bing, and Frank Sinatra or Ella or Tony Bennett or Mel Torme. It's just like, I'm like, what is happening? But it's an honor and it is a thrill, and I get tickled every time. I was at a stoplight the other day and I heard it playing. I rolled out my window. I'm like, that's me singing. And the person thought it's a crazy person. But it's LA. Who cares?
When did they start playing that? Was that last year, or when was the first time they started playing your selections from your album?
last year was the very first year, and a dear friend of mine named Michael Levitt, who's a big producer, worked some amazing connections and developed relationships and got the music placed. It's very hard to figure it out how to get music placed on Sirius, of course, because everybody would be on it. So he did that, and then this year they said they would play it again. It's playing on the app right now, and right after Thanksgiving, it'll go in your cars and on the radio.
Oh, man.
So you can kind of hear it driving around town.
Fantastic. And I think you had even another surprise beyond that, because didn't you hear yourself, your own wonderful songs on the Frank Sinatra channel as well?
Yeah, so I have a couple of their albums out, and there are some great like jazz standard tracks, On the Street Where You Live, Whatever Lola Wants, just some really great standards. And seriously, Sinatra picked those up. So, unfortunately, I got to play more of like Ella and Frank, which is fine. But to be in their company and to have, your music recognized and people enjoy it tickles me every time. I pinch myself saying, how lucky am I? And I'm just so grateful and happy to have my music shared.
And I am so thrilled for you. And like I said, I'm already a huge fan. So I was like, oh, I'm not surprised at all. Of course they're playing Lisa's Christmas songs and her other songs as well on the Frank Sinatra channel. So to get back to your wonderful Christmas CD or MP3 file, or your digital file, or however you want it.
And these are the digital download cards. I don't know if you can see them. They're super great. They have a unique code on the back that only one person can use. So they make great stocking stuffers, I think. What a better gift to give the gift of music,
Absolutely.
So I'm fond of those.
That's fantastic. So I would think now, as I said, I love music. I love Christmas music. I, too, do a little bit of singing. If I could imagine myself doing a Christmas album, I would immediately become paralyzed, because I would say to myself, well, I've got like 1,000 favorite Christmas songs. So, and I'm sure you do too. So how did you narrow it down to the songs that you did record?
It was hard to narrow down the songs, because there's so many great songs that are beloved, from Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas to Oh Holy Night, which is one of my favorite songs. So for me, it was important to feature songs that people know. I think that's, because then people identify, they're like, oh, I love that, or that's a new version, and can relate to it. But it also was really important to find some other tunes that were interpreted a different way, like Hey Santa is actually arranged by the amazing Cortez Alexander, and it's Hey Daddy, which was a Della Reese tune. And we changed it to Hey Santa, and it fits perfectly.
And it works, because this is really what a Christmas album should be. It's favorites heard in a different way, some of them. And as you said, there are 3 new songs on here, so you always want to be introduced to new songs. And maybe you can tell us what those 3 new songs are.
Sure. So 3 never-before-heard songs, co-written by the amazing Alan Rich, who wrote for Whitney and Barbara and Dolly and now me, I guess. So, hi, that's good company. But he actually co-wrote a song called Christmas Without You, which is just longing for people in your life who aren't here, which is really beautiful and contemporary and a pop tune. Also, It's Gonna Be a Hot, Hot Christmas. This song is like an earworm. You cannot get it out of your head, and
That's
you're
true.
Welcome for that. That's what I have to say. And there's a music video for it, which is very fun. And then the last song is the title song, Christmas in Our Soul, which is really epitomizes what Christmas is, and there's a beautiful video for it, and just tugs at your heartstrings of understanding like what it really is, what Christmas really means to everybody. So those 3 songs are gifts in so many ways, and to sing them to me is just an honor, and share, because I'm the storyteller, right? I'm honoring the music. So that's my approach to singing. It's that I'm taking you with me in this story. So these songs really give me a lot to work with, which I love.
I can see why you chose Christmas in Our Soul as the title tune, because it really is a new classic. It's very beautiful. It's very rich and deep, and it's what a Christmas song really should be. It's sentimental. It's emotional. I wouldn't even say sentimental. It's emotional. It really touches your heart and your soul. So, well, well named. But it's really, as I've been saying, it's really everything a Christmas album should be. Of the songs that are well-known Christmas songs, which one would you say is the most surprising in terms of your performance? So when people look on here and they say, oh, look, it's "O Come All Ye Faithful" or "We Need a Little Christmas," familiar and beloved songs. But of all those, which one has the most surprising orchestration and the freshest approach, would you say?
I think the most surprising one is the mashup of Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, the Christmas song, and Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, because it is a duet. And it is done with my dear college friend, Betsy Holm, who is a singer in Las Vegas. She's got albums out. She's wildly talented. And she recorded in Vegas. I recorded here. We weren't even in the same room together. Technology. But I love it, and Cortez Alexander also arranged that one, and it fits so beautifully together, and you wouldn't think that. You're like, but these two stand alone, like they should. But you know what it is? It is remember when we watched Judy Garland and Barbara Streisand sing "Get Happy,"
Oh, yeah.
and that duet. That is what this is, that song. That is the Christmas version of that song. It's pretty fun to sing, and I get to do it in my show with a special guest. But it's probably one of my favorites. It's probably one of my favorites. And just that mashup just fits so beautifully together of two iconic songs.
Great. And was that your idea to put them together? Because I think that's pretty cool.
I wish I could claim it, but sadly, no. The brilliant Cortez Alexander. Cortez is amazing. He had performed with Liza and the Tonics, and I'd done some shows with him in his Christmas show, and he had that version, and I said, I must do that. I must, please. And such a giving soul and talented, as a performer and singer, but also an arranger. So that he was his little gift to me, which I'm very grateful for.
So how would everyone be able to get either the CD or the digital copy?
I just have to also just add, to be able to give music to somebody I just think it's a treasure. It's, you can get a candle for anybody. Like the fact that you could give music to somebody to enjoy, to me it's an honor, and I buy music all the time for people. So I'd be honored if people would do that, and they can get the album through my website at lisadonahue.com, through all digital platforms. That's if you want a physical CD, you can get me there. I'll even sign it for you. It'd be fun. You can also get it through every platform, from Amazon to iTunes. I have friends up in Canada who buy it. In fact, I should shout out my dear friend Chris Jestrin, who's my producer, because he really, the brainchild of a lot of these styles. Snow is this sort of bossa samba. He dreamed a lot of that up too, and we worked together on that. So I just want to give him a shout out, because it took a village to make this album, and he is a musical genius, Chris Jestrin in Canada. So, but so I think it's a great gift for people, and I'd love people to enjoy it and share it with their friends.
And everybody listening, you will not be disappointed. So it just really enhances the whole experience and does make the perfect gift. Music in general, as you say, Lisa, it's a gift of the heart. And it really, when you give somebody music, you're saying something about their taste. You're saying something about their appreciation. You know that they will appreciate it. So it has an intimacy as well. So I'd like to thank Lisa for being with us today and telling us all about her Christmas album, her concerts. Please check out her website and the venue's websites, and we'll put all that information in the description below. But the good news is, even though we're saying goodbye right now, the good news is that we're having Lisa back, because I want to talk to her more about her music experience, her acting, we have a great connection with Disney. And I know she loves all kinds of Disney, so we could even talk about Disney music or any other kind of Disney fun.
I would love that.
So I hope to have you back very soon, and I'll look forward to talking with you about everything. So thanks again for being with us, Lisa.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, and I really appreciate it. And happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you and to everybody listening. And we hope you'll be with us again for another VIP visit.